On a quiet afternoon in a small city, Officer Marcus Taylor, a decorated black veteran who had served nearly a decade in the military, was walking home in his crisp dress uniform. After attending a ceremony honoring local servicemen, the air was filled with pride and respect as community. Members had cheered him earlier that day, but as he passed through a downtown street, two police officers spotted him and, instead of recognizing the uniform or the honor it represented, they made a rash and dangerous assumption. The officers pulled their squad car beside him, immediately stepping out with suspicion written all over their faces. Without asking questions, they demanded his identification, accusing him of impersonating a military officer and loitering with intent. Marcus calmly explained who he was and that he had just come from an official ceremony. But the officers weren't listening. Their tone grew harsher, and before he knew it, they shoved him against the wall and slapped handcuffs on his wrists. Passers-by began recording the scene, murmuring in disbelief that a man in uniform, clearly legitimate, was being treated with such disrespect. Marcus, though angered, kept his composure. "One phone call," he said firmly to the officers, "and you'll regret this." The officers laughed, dismissing him as though his words carried no weight. But as soon as Marcus managed to retrieve his phone, even with difficulty due to the cuffs, he called his commanding officer, a respected colonel who had powerful connections within both the military and city hall. Within minutes, word of the incident spread like wildfire. The chief of police was alerted, and the mayor herself received a call from state officials, demanding an explanation. The two officers, still mocking Marcus, were stunned when 3 squad cars and a group of senior officials arrived on the scene in less than 20 minutes. The cuffs were immediately removed, and the officers' smug expressions quickly shifted to dread as they were confronted by their own superiors. Videos of the incident, already circulating on social media, had sparked outrage among citizens who demanded justice. By the next morning, the story had made headlines, portraying how systemic prejudice blinded the very officers sworn to serve and protect. The police department issued a public apology to Marcus, but the damage was done. Both officers were swiftly suspended and, after an internal investigation revealed prior complaints of discriminatory behavior, they were terminated from the force. Meanwhile, Marcus was honored again, not just for his service, but for his remarkable restraint and courage in the face of humiliation. The incident became a lesson across the city that racism and abuse of power would no longer be tolerated. For the officers, one careless act of prejudice cost them their careers, while for Marcus, his dignity and integrity shone brighter than ever.